Good morning. Today I'm up in Northumberland to do the Hadrian's Wall and Vindolanda Fort Circular. It's 8-mile route that's going to take us to the very highest point on Hadrian's Wall. So this is my start point, Vindolanda East Car Park, large free car park there. And we'll get cracking. Vindolanda Museum on the left here. I think that's a free car park as well, but I've chose to park further up. And we're heading straight down this road for now. Literally passing Vindolanda Fort on our left. This is the archaeology centre where they process all the discoveries. So I don't know if you can just see over the wall here, that's Vindolanda Fort and the museum. It's actually closed at the minute, and to be honest, by the time I bomb this route, I don't think it'll be open because I'm here very early. But that's not why I've come to do this. The reason I'm here is to get to the highest point on Hadrian's Wall. Vindolanda Fort was a military garrison, but it also housed civilians, so there was farmers and families and things like that. And over the years, the archaeologists have found some mad stuff here. They found your bog standard stuff digging, like coins, weapons, clothing, tools, things like that. But they also found some wooden tablets with writing on, and a lot of them were just like supply orders and things like that. But one of them that they found was actually a birthday invitation to a woman's party, which is mad. Like, I had this like vision in my head of all the Romans in the kitchen off the absolute sandals shadowboxing and talking shite. So this road goes on for about a mile, and then we'll hang a left, start circling round. I wonder if there's any lambs being born here yet. I know there's a canny few over in the lakes. I can't see any here yet. What a beauty little house. Look at the roof. Old school. Loving that, man. Got some lambs here. Are the lambs? They're canny big. Oh, he's pissing. Dear me. Yeah, we've got some humans here. Hello. Ram you! So after a mile on that road from Vindolanda Fort, I've come to this fork in the road here. We're going to go off to the left and head down this road, circle round, and we'll come back this way, back to the car here. Pretty grateful to get up here and do this today. I didn't know if I was going to get out anywhere properly this weekend, so I was getting some work done on the car up until about dinner time on Saturday. So that was Saturday morning, out the equation, couldn't go nowhere then. And then if you're from the northeast, you'll know it absolutely chucked down all day yesterday. And I was kind of like toying with the idea of coming up and doing this in the rain, like, and I'm glad that I didn't, because I went and did a local walk about 4 or 5 miles yesterday, and I was sick of my life, absolutely sick of my life, soaking. So I am pretty grateful to get up and do this today, because we haven't got a bad day at all. Looking lovely, that low-lying mist. Love a bank holiday, me. A lot of road walking at the start of this route. As you've just seen, back there we had about a mile of it from the start point, and we're now on this one. And when I'm looking on my watch, we've got another 2.2 mile of road to go. I had read in the reviews there was a lot of road walking and people were complaining and stuff, but it is what it is. We're coming to a gate here. It's took us off the tarmac road, thankfully. So we'll get out into the sticks now. Look at that! That is banging. Love that. Yeah, not a bad day at all, this. It's not cold, that's for sure. And look at the views over here. Opened right up. Thank God, because I was getting a bit tired of that road walk. Got some cows roaming free over here. And there's about 4 calves there. There's another tiny one there. It's probably small, so I'll give them a super duper mega wide berth because they can get nasty when they're protecting the calves. Look at this, man. Very, very young lambs. I love the spring. Oh, look at that breaking over there. See if that comes through. That'll look lovely. Eventually I'm going to come to a right down here somewhere. Now I reckon we'll come back over here, and I think that's going to be the high point on the wall. It's either that or that, but to me that looks like Crawford's Quarry, I think it's called. I don't think that's where we're going. I think it's going to be this along there. Mare roads. Heading past this holiday camp on the right. That's got to be Crawford's Quarry up there. I toyed with the idea of adding that on to today's route because that looks class. There's like a little lake and get jagged cliffs and that, but it was going to turn me route into about 14 mile. I didn't fancy that today. Right, that's more like it. That's more like it. That's what I've come here to do. So we're going to be heading along this. There's been a lot of road walking on this route, and although I've been in some fields, I've never felt like I was in the sticks yet. And I'm about halfway through the walk. So thankfully we're going to be heading into the rough now. Possibly a big month for this channel concerning the Lake District and climbing the Wainwrights. I'm hoping to get over there at least twice this month, possibly 3, but that's going to depend if the weather plays ball, if I can handle consecutive 3 o'clock in the morning alarms and 3 big routes in a month, because I'm on a bit of a deadline. Originally we expected the baby to come the 1st of July, but now we're thinking it's probably going to be like mid-June. And when we found out Jordan was pregnant, I promised her I would stop travelling and doing big routes at the end of May for a good few weeks until the baby's born and they get home and get settled. Last thing I want to happen is for me to be 2,000 or 3,000 feet up in the air. The phone rings, or even worse, the phone doesn't ring, and I miss the birth because I'm potentially hours away from home. By the time I get down and drive home, you could be looking 5 or 6 hours. So we'll have to see how it plans out. Although I've said in other videos that I'm in no rush to finish the Wainwrights, I still have little targets. So I was hoping to hit 70 by the end of May, and I'm on 60 at the minute. 2 routes I've got planned. It'll take us to 67. So I'll need that 3rd route to get comfortably over 70. But we'll just see how it goes, you know. I'll still be getting out, doing local routes and walking daily. Might make a couple of local videos. But the end of May, there's going to be no big climbs for about 5 or 6 weeks, I'd imagine. Steep section here. I think we've got to get up there. I didn't see there was any scrambling on the route. We'll have to have a look. Steps. So there you go. There's your first proper view of the wall. Coming along here. Just come off the track to get a bit of a vantage point. Wow. So we're following this path here. it'll drop up and down. I love that when you're on Hadrian's Wall. You get loads of sections like that where it drops down, goes back up. It's like a roller coaster. So we'll power through and this will take us on to the high point. Bye! Chuck a bit of elevation into the mix. Sharp warm up. Blows my mind that you can come up here and see something like Hadrian's Wall that the Romans built all them years ago and it's still standing. And do you know what else is mad? Vindolanda Fort, where we started, is even older than Hadrian's Wall itself. So the fort was built about 85 AD and the wall wasn't built till 40 years after that. It's mental how things like that are still standing. Nice and easy route. Following the wall up to there, and the high point's got to be up there somewhere. I can see a summit cairn up in the distance, which is unusual and unexpected because as far as I was aware, the high point on Hadrian's Wall doesn't have any marking. I'm not going to complain because I love a summit cairn, me. I love summit cairns more than Keir Starmer loves saying, "Let me be clear." Do you know what? When I started this channel, I promised myself I wouldn't make any political comments, but when it comes to him, I cannot help myself. Horrible, slimy, spineless man. You mark my words, right? Come Thursday in them local elections, when him and his lot get absolutely battered at the polls, I guarantee you that man will not step down. He's that deluded and that blind to the fact he's the most hated man in the UK. It's actually worrying that he refuses to step down. Somebody needs to have a word with him. His wife needs to sit him down and say, "Look, this is embarrassing to the country, to yourself, to the family. That man's got to go." More up and down. I'm sure the high point's only about 1100 feet. What we're at now, oh, we're nigh on 1000 up anyway, so we've got to be close. Ah, it's a trig point. It's not a summit cairn. It's actually a trig point, which is even more unusual because trig points are usually at the top of a specific area to do with measurements and distances and all that type of malarkey that I don't understand. But this is unusual. She's a beauty. Trig point. Do you know what? When I'm looking on my elevation, I am 1100 feet up. So where I've heard there was no markings to the high point on the wall, that's a load of baloney because here it is, the trig point, highest point on Hadrian's Wall. I'm looking down there. There's no other high point. This is it. You learn something new every day. And what a view from up here. And that's something I've wanted to do for quite a while, get to the highest point on Hadrian's Wall. Lovely trig point. Loving that. Chop her out. Hopefully nobody's in distress. So when I'm getting to Winshields Crags, which is this area here, straight away, when I'm looking at that bed of water down there and them cliffs, I know I've ballsed up because what I pointed out back there near the holiday campsite isn't actually Crawford's Quarry. I'd imagine that could be Housesteads possibly. I'm not sure, but Housesteads could be over here. But that's the quarry there, and that's the bit I was going to add on. So I'll go down here, and I was toying with the idea of going off to the left and checking that out, but it adds quite a distance onto this route. So I'm going to leave it today, and I might come back another time and do that. So there you go. Halfway point and the highest position on Hadrian's Wall. 73 mile. Aye, Crawford's So it's over there, that's right. And Housesteads is actually back over this way. So I was completely and utterly wrong. How then? I was thinking about popping into the Vinderlander Museum when I get back down from here. But I think I'm going to leave it and just head home. It might just be open, but I'm probably still a little bit early by the time I get down. I think what I'll do is I'll leave it, and then in a few years' time, I'll bring the bairn up, do this walk with the bairn, and take her in there and show her all the Roman artefacts and that. Jordan might come and all. She'll love out like that. I'm so tempted to just swing off and go up there. Nah, I'm not. I'm not going to do it today. 8 miles is long enough for a bank holiday Monday, innit? Yeah, I've had enough. So over here, we've got the Twice Brewed Inn, which I've heard fabulous things about. Lovely food and drink. And if you've seen the Channel 4 documentary about the felling of the sycamore gap tree, you'll know that's where the 2 numpties that cut it down got caught on CCTV, heading that way then back towards the sycamore tree there. And here's another place where I might take the bairn in years to come. Sill National Landscape Discovery Centre. I love how, oh, there's a calf. I'm canny peckish. I haven't brought a lot of bait because it's not an absolute massive route. I've just bought a couple of bars of chocolate and some crisps. I think I'll leave the calf. I'll go home and rustle up a bacon sandwich. I'm just on the road all the way back to the Vinderlander Museum now. I've got about a mile left and it's all road, so I might as well wrap the video up. The first half of it wasn't fantastic. Loads of road walking, and even this end bit here is along loads of roads. But once I got off up there, Winshields Crags and that, and into the sticks, it was a canny route. If I did my homework, I probably would have parked more near to the actual high point, and it would have saved us probably about 4 mile of road walking, to be honest. But other than that, it was a decent morning out. It's always nice to get out, especially after yesterday's weather. If you enjoyed the video and you're watching for the first time, you can hit subscribe and you can watch another one of my videos. And I'll catch you next time. We'll see if we'll get over the lakes or wherever we end up.